Greetings. It's time for Insanity's Antidote, the lightning rod for human lunacy. I certainly love that one. Your booster shot for the head games of the intellectually challenged. Your personal freedoms line in the sand. It's Brian, I'm in, and very glad you joined us for today's ride. So let's get ready to mortal up. Clearly, I fumbled that ball. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And did a little more with the lighting. We did a little more of this and that. And then Ashley said, well, hey, but for all the people wondering, hey, did he forget that it's St. Patrick's Day? Happy St. Patrick's Day. If I can figure out how to do this without the microphone and everything else coming unglued. There we go. Don't worry. There was no cultural appropriation going down in the making of the show because I'm Irish. Right? So everybody, Patrick's Day to you. We got a busy day today because here in Ohio, large fry, Diet Coke, right? Because you got to watch the weight. Well, you could hire Uber to bring your food if you wanted to. But Ohio, probably like a lot of other states, all kinds of stuff are locked down. It's like a ghost town when you go out. What we're going to be doing starting Sunday mornings. Wayne's working really hard on getting the commercials together. There you are, sir. Thank you very much. Getting the commercials together and everything else. But with all the hysteria, with all the panic, with all the, the gnashing of teeth and all the rest of that, we just thought we'd have the ability to get together Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern, right? And it allows me to fall back on one of my first, this could very well be a picture of my first ever public speaking appearance, but basically remembering that, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, right? Or from all my time at the Taoist monastery in China, the Tao follows its own path. Whatever it is that we're being confronted with of late, you and I are going to come through. If we don't buy into the panic, we don't buy into the stress of it, because countless doctors tell us, all the countless doctors, not the pretend doctors here in social media, right? Not the pretend doctors, but countless doctors say the quickest way to injure, the quickest way to hamper, let's say, if nothing else, quickest way to hamper your immune system, right? Fight, right? Not that you would be, right? Because there's only 5 guys, but let's say you're fighting 10 guys. Fighting 10 guys, where do they come from? It's like they come out of the woodwork. So now, right, you thought it was just, and be honest with you, if 10 guys attack you in a bar at one time, none of them know how to kick. So you're not watching so much having an immune system with 2 hands, handcuffed, if you will, tied behind your back. So if we buy into all the hype, is a disservice to ourselves. All we're doing is discouraging. That's a Navy term, all hands on deck. I think it would be, right? Get all hands up on the deck of the boat. So that's what you want to do with your social distance. Are you saying, I go, look, I've been social distancing for over a decade, right? If I don't have to leave social distancing, I'm in. I wrote a pamphlet. You want an ebook? I'll sell it to you for $19.95. No, knobs, don't pick your nose. Everyone will get through this together. So Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern, or your regular, your weekend workouts, right? If you don't have the focus of the show, right? What's the focus of the show? The focus is about you. Who you were, and walk off set here. Please stand by. Please stand by. It's enough to moment happening right there. Walk off camera. Walk off a live camera. All right, so we've done the Joe Biden. And the mortal up, as I've said to you before, it's just so easy to fill, right? It's just so easy to fill because I think we're going a little insane, right? I think that if it was around long before public relations stole the term, so a little bit of PR, a little bit of personal response systems on the planet. Now, not Space Command, not all kinds of other torpedoes and guns and knives. So we will weather this. You'll get through this, everyone. Now, not everyone. I'd be interested. Is there anyone here at mortalup.com, if you're watching, where I got to tell you, right? It just, it's amazing what some human minds have devolved. Here's the bottom line. People say, oh, well, are you pro this one or pro that one? No, I'm just anti anybody that's anti someone else. Right? If you use the polls today, I think we still get to go and vote. Can't have a beer afterwards, right? Can't drink a Guinness afterward. Well, I still have Guinness, but moment, you bring it full circle and you go, hey, wait a minute. Why do I remember my mom, even my grandmother, before, keep it to yourself. Or I think it was the Joan Rivers jokes said, you don't have anything nice to say about another person, come sit right here next to me, right? So they'll attack anybody so that it makes them look tougher, right? They'll go after anyone. And all I'm suggesting is, if you don't like person A, then don't keep slamming this one or that one. Right? Now, I know. Look, it's your own fault. They're career politicians. They're all gaslighters. Right? And now, let me just say this. Well, let's go. You know what, Wayne? Let's queue up. Q1, if you will, and we'll hop. All right. Well, this is just like But look, here's what I'm going to talk about today, and what am I missing? Have you known a couple mayors picked up? And then a couple, right? I even got an email this morning titled, "From the President of the YMCA, president of this or that." And I put up a post yesterday going, look, these politicians, these gaslighters, they're all going to clamor for open mics. And what am I missing? Does it seem to you? Now, look over it. Everyone and their brother's trying to copy me now, right? Everyone's like Al Gore. I created the internet. Everyone's trying to copy me with the social distancing. All I'm suggesting is, do you find it odd that oh yeah, well, I got you. He closed schools, you close bars. I'm going to close the border. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Just in case this thing's airborne, I'm going to close the airspace over, right? I'm going to go. Okay, hold on one more second. Let me pull another Joe Biden. Thank you very much. All right, walking off set once again. And to be honest with you, a lot of it has to do with the fact that after all the surgeries, I have no hair left. I don't think it had anything to do with the surgeries. I think age was going to take it anyways, but I got to cut. Well, as the president of the local newspaper club, right? That's why I said yesterday, my homeowners association president, I need to be careful. I understand that we'll get through this. I understand that, right? But what am I missing? Does every politician, president of the local VF, right? What can they no more one up from? What's the one thing that they'll no longer, well, I've closed everything. Virus, COVID-19, I'm told I'm supposed to say. So let me just apologize in advance for the people that thought I would never close a lot of the politicians' cameras. Close them off. And then maybe you and I can get a good night's sleep and they're not going to be closed. We can clear the air, get it off our chest. Wayne, go ahead and Q3, if you will. Lowlifes making headlines, or as we like to call it around here, brains that make your blood boil. Here's your brittle brain atop a balsa wood spine for today. Yeah, really. Some of these brains are so balsa wood spine that everyone wants to get out in front of this. In a press conference, the president lied. And then you go back and you look at the tape, and they clearly edited him last week. Oh, the video was edited. It was truncated, I think is the word. I don't know. Was it? Maybe it was truncated. Oh, they edited it. It was mocked. It was, what's the term? Not mocked. So for the lowlifes making, and they're going to say, oh, well, there was only so many room. It used to be different when everyone got their information from newspapers, right? Well, there's only so much room to get the story on the top fold, so we had to selectively edit on and on. So don't edit it. Give us the straight scoop. Let us make the decision for ourselves, right? One of the ones from the New York Crimes, they come out and edit it so that they can support their attempts to get more likes, to get more retweets, to go viral, right? To have something trending so that they can feel loved. Get a puppy. All they're going to do, and you've heard me say this before, I think it's my quote over on the Facebook page, backlash to all the insanity. And right? The studio, for years, the studio has been in the basement. And you think, hey, right? So in any event, right? Here's the people, the lowlifes making headlines, the brittle brains atop balsa wood spines. Those are the people that our friends and neighbors, children and grandchildren, ruin their future, all because they don't get enough love. So they take off the social media and they try to be cutesy, they try to edit, and they try to incite people's sense of rage. I think we've got enough rage. Like I said, go get a puppy, go get a kitten. You can't go to a bar anymore looking for love because they've shut all this as a people further and further apart, right? It's like, okay, we get it, you don't like this one. We get it, you don't like that one. But good Lord, you're so angry. The vitriol is to such a level that, like I said, I'm not anti-anyone. Except if you're anti-someone, then I'm anti-you because no one cares about your vapid opinion, mine included. Here's the breaking news. Here's the bottom line, right? So stop trying to incite riots by showing everyone how unloved you are. Oh, I'm looking for this to trend. I'd like this to go viral. It's almost like now the new coat of armor, the new blue check on Twitter. Well, I've been tested for coronavirus. Or how's this one? I've been tested for coronavirus and I'm positive. We're all positive. Here's the thing I think about Ohio, and I think the governor's name here is DeWine. One of the things that I thought was very prescient about some of the things he's done, he said, well, 100,000 people could be infected with coronavirus here in Ohio. Well, I think the numbers are probably higher. I think it could be 300,000 people. Oh, that's right. Look at that. I just banged into the gong. Sorry, I forgot that. So I think maybe it's 200, 300,000 people. And what these lowlifes making headlines want you to do, they go, oh, well, there's 2 more deaths overnight. Yeah, but 85,000 people have recovered from it. Let me just ask you, how is Tom Hanks? How's he doing? Right? So where everyone wants to go, oh, it's killing the people. It's killing. Yes, sadly it is. And I'm sorry that anyone has to go through that. Right? I'm sorry anyone has to have a compromised immune system. I most certainly know that I'm sorry that I have one. But the lowlifes making headlines, they're going to keep it up. But just pay attention, if you would. Here's my public service announcement. Pay attention to the number of the people that recover. They run out of town, and she says, well, it's highly likely that I have coronavirus. See, Wayne, this is where we need a violin. You know, Ashley's always going over the books going, you don't need a violin for a prop. Yeah, here's where I could be playing the violin. I don't have one. Oh, it's highly likely that I have coronavirus. Future by starting the riots today. And as far as the backlash goes, I was talking to a few people yesterday about it on the phone, right? Social distance, because the only time I went out yesterday was to the Red Cross to donate blood, which I should also say I'll be at the Red Cross in Gahanna, Ohio today at 5 p.m. If you've signed up online and you've signed up and been cleared by the Red Cross and you have all these different things going on, let's do this, Wayne. We're gonna roll this over into Q5, if you will. It's time to tune out the herd, because everything you've ever needed, you've always had. So bring your own bold and let's go mortal up. I've noticed yesterday, and I did a quick little video on the tables ahead of me, all the people that had made appointments ahead of me over at the Red Cross to donate blood. Here's what Mortal Up is all about. There were so many people trying to help complete strangers. So many people that said, I don't care about social distancing. I'm going to go and donate blood in case someone I don't even know needs help. I'm going to help that unnamed person right now. Now, it'd be different if you could go and donate blood and go, this is just for my family. I need to sign this bag. If something happens to a family member or a friend, close friend, right? Someone that happens to them, they get this particular blood. No, it's not like that at all. Here's people, so many of them, that I couldn't even donate blood till today, not at 5 a.m., but at complete strangers. So our Mortal Up winners for today are all those people that got there ahead of me, all those people that will come after me, all those people that have put the craziness aside and said, you know what, I'm going to do good for other people, whoever they are. And I'm going to go, right? And it was wild. I got there, and there's a young lady there with plastic gloves and a mask, and she goes, I need to take your temperature. And I came in at 98.1, which is odd. I'm normally such a hothead. My temperature is supposed to be 98.6. I was at 98.1. So I'm a little cooler headed than most people think. Get a mortgage, right? It was unbelievable. All the things that I had to sign and do, and you need an ID, and there's a criminal background. There's all these things. But that's what every other person that mortaled up yesterday had to jump through those same hoops just to help another person in need. I mean, it brings tears to your eyes. I tried to, and Wayne was saying to me, he goes, so I got to figure out some other way of holding that camera if I ever do one of those things again. But here's the winners for the Mortal Up Awards today. The people of Gahanna, the people of New Albany, the people of Columbus, wherever you live in that area, that got out and said, enough insanity, enough nuttiness. I'm going to help another person in need. So that's who the Mortal Up, done up for the Brian Brawdy Show. But we're working on the Mortal Up logo, and I'm really excited about it. But it's a logo with some wings and a crown, and you'll see when it comes out, right? But it's basically going to be every week excuse me, we're going to award someone with the week, but based on your votes. Don't forget, you can head to nominate your person that you say, yeah, there's an example of Mortal Up. And then once a week, we're going to send them, we're going to get the size. The winner will get a t-shirt with this new Mortal Up logo on it. So just our little way of reaching out and saying, look, humanity as a whole is amazing. You're a badass and you know it. So you have to channel that courage. Right? It's time, as I say, every day. Oh, and if you haven't had a chance, head on over to brianbrawdy.com or allnaturalbeing.com, mortalup.com. It's time to bring your own bold, because there is a boldness that sits within you just waiting to pounce on the world stage. There is a uniqueness. There is a talent. There is a buried logic. There is an authentic vigor just waiting to be released. And then bring it. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. That's what sits inside of you. Not the worry, not the stress, not all these other things that they want us to buy into. And I think they want us to buy into it because, as I've said before, whether it's your biological immune system or your philosophical immune system, if they've got you distract blue light over at your local Kmart, are they still in business, Kmart? In any event, right? The powers that be want you watered down. Because if you're walking around like this, oh, woe is me, what am I going to do? You're easier to control. But if you remember who you ultimately are, when you channel your own bold, that's why I say all the time, BYOB, bring your own bold, because when you channel that, you are unstoppable. Now, could there be some speed bumps? Yes. Could there be some hiccups? Probably so. Here in the labyrinth of life, that's why I call it the Garden of the Mortals. Here in the labyrinth of life, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, the pivots, the swerves. Are there some cul-de-sacs? Absolutely, but never a dead end. Or at least very seldom a dead end, as long as you remember who you ultimately are, as long as you forego the philosophical amnesia, the psychological amnesia. And look, take it from someone that's been subject to major bouts of amnesia over the last few years, how good you are. You've totally forgotten that you've turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to your own abilities to stand and face whatever challenge fate brings. Just like these people that mortaled up yesterday that went to donate blood. They're like, hey, I'll stand and face any challenge that comes my way, especially if I can do it to help another person. So my heart goes out. I'm just thrilled to have met the people yesterday over at the Red Cross Blood Donation Center in Gahanna. Just thrilled for everyone. And all the workers, think about this for a minute. And do all these things. I don't think I saw one of them with a mask on. Not a one. They're doing what they can. Now, maybe some have masks. I don't know. They have plastic gloves on. But how about the workers doing what they can through hours and hours of people every day for complete strangers? That's what it means to mortal up. That's what it means to be a human being, right? Is to look at the hysteria and go, be an idiot, right? That's what it means to mortal up. So again, before I get ready to close, don't forget you can head on over to mortalup.com, nominate Low Life Making Headlines, nominate your Mortal Up winner for the week. That would be really great. And also subscribe. We do what's called a blog and blurb. You get a little bit of writing, fresh audio, 5 days a week. And now on Sundays, we'll be here. I think Wayne's working on a Sunday morning soiree logo. Then you'll be able to get all the information you need from there. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so very much. I'll look for happy St. Patrick's Day if you're of that ilk. And who isn't today? Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early. Well, 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't know how bright and early that is. All right, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.